In this video, I'm going to show you how you could save a lot of money, but still feed about 20 people. I can assure you that these meals are full of flavor and will make everybody run to your kitchen tables. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, so stay tuned. I'll be showing you a lot of tips on how to just spend less money and feed a lot of people. Welcome to my channel. I'm Chef Fineaswine, and I have been cooking since I was a little boy. This channel I started in 2013, and I've just been growing ever since. Here, what you see is a pack of drumsticks that I bought at the meat market. I seasoned that meat, and it's been marinating in my freezer. What you could do is pack a lot of these drumsticks in that freezer bag and store them away in the freezer, okay? This will feed so many people. I paid about $5 for that amount of drumsticks, okay? So those would be some tips that I can share with you about how you can spend less money and store away your food, put it in the freezer, season that meat when you get it. That way, when you're preparing to cook it, you don't have to, go through the whole cooking process of seasoning and doing all that other stuff. This is easier, quick, and efficient. This is going to feed a lot of people, and it's packed with a lot of flavor, okay? So right here, we have olive oil, our bacon dish, and now we are going to horizontally lay down our drumsticks. This has already been seasoned, and it's full of flavor. So when you buy your drumsticks or whatever chicken parts you prefer, white or dark, you do not have to pack all your chicken in one Ziploc bag. You can buy as many Ziploc bags as you want, pack as many as meat in each Ziploc bag. But it's very important that you probably put about 10 to 15 pieces in each Ziploc bag. That way you can make sure that it feeds the whole family. It feeds up to 10, 15 people, okay? These are some tips that I learned growing up as a child, asking questions, wanting to learn more about cooking tips, about certain recipes, certain ideas, quick tutorials on how to get the job done and get it done right. So if you follow my steps, I can guarantee you'll be okay. We have chopped up our green bell peppers and our onions along with our red bell peppers. What you see me doing now is adding just some strips of butter to the top of my chicken before I place it in the oven. We're going to place this in the oven on about 350 degrees. I cook it for about an hour and a half, maybe longer, depending on, how brown you would prefer your chicken. I like extra brown, so I think I might have even went longer than an hour and a half, okay? This is right before it goes in the oven, and we place this in the oven. Always just let it cook. Don't keep checking it and things like that. We're going to work on our fully loaded baked beans. Make sure that when you coat your Dutch oven with olive oil, that it is used for frying and baking. Some olive oil is not healthy for us to be eating. I just learned that information. So when you're getting that olive oil, make sure you're reading that direction. This is our finely chopped bell peppers, and I'm just going to start seasoning it. I've added all of the seasonings I've shown you all the seasonings that I'm going to use for this recipe, and step by step. If you can find those seasonings, or you can use a seasoning that, you may have in the home, all-purpose seasoning or Lori's seasoning, your choice. But the more seasonings, the more flavor, okay? We want flavor. Always black pepper. And go ahead, and what I'm doing now is sauteing my vegetables because it locks that flavor in. You want to lock all of that flavor in. That way, if you're going to store away these meals, once you cook it, you can freeze it. You want to store it away, when you defrost it, it's full of flavor. So you can't go wrong either way. Do y'all hear that sear? Man, it's smelling good up in here already. Honestly, I should have added some garlic, but if you do have garlic, you can go ahead and add your garlic right now. Let that saute. I'm letting this saute for a total of about 5 to 10 minutes, okay? And then after that, we can add our meat, our ground turkey. This is about 2 pounds, maybe 2.5, give or take. You can add as much meat as you want, but again, you don't have to add too much meat because you have about 3 these are large cans of Bush's baked beans. Bush's baked beans. I prefer the maple flavor. That's just my preference, but they have different flavors. You also can add some bacon bits to this if you want, to your beans when they are getting ready to go in the oven. We didn't have to put ours in the oven today. We just made everything on the top of the stove. This is our beef bouillon powder. We have seasoned our vegetables, and we're going to also season that meat with everything, with every seasonings that we use to season the vegetables. We can add to this meat, okay? It's called layering the flavors. I did add a top and a little bit of water to the ground turkey because ground turkey is somewhat dry, and I don't want this to be a dry dish. I want, and also the steam so it can cook that meat fully. That's why I put a top over it. So just go ahead and give this a good mix, kind of break some of those big pieces down of ground turkey. And yeah, we're going to cover that again and add the baked beans. This is where you add the baked beans, okay? Make sure it's a lot of liquid down there in your ground turkey because that's flavor. You don't want to lose that. This is 3 cans of beans, and we're going to make sure this is definitely a key ingredient you got to add is butter. About 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. And this is our cane sugar. I'm not using white sugar, okay? Seasoned salt, because this dish, we want a little sweet consistency, but also savory. I like a little sweetness. And I'm going to add Miss Butterworks or Pearl Mills syrup, maple syrup, that is. And one ingredient I did not add was like yellow mustard. I normally use Frenchie's mustard, but I skipped that this time. So here's where you can add your yellow mustard. We're going to give it another stir. Then after this, we will start adding some Sweet Baby Ray barbecue sauce. I love that. It gives it a good flavor. These beans a good flavor. And as you can see, everything is coming together perfectly how I want it. And this pot alone, this is a Dutch oven. This is a larger size Dutch oven. I'll leave the links to these Dutch ovens down below. That way, if you're interested in purchasing, you can do that. And that was I also have some browning sauce that I'm going to add to kind of darken the beans a little bit. You know, I like darker beans and a beefy flavor as well. So, man, this is so good. I'm going to store this away, put this in the freezer. That way on these cold days that we've been getting, these cold days like below 0 and stuff like this will come in handy. Today is a cold day. All week has been a cold day. All the last couple of weeks have been cold. Cold temperatures, you know, with meals like these, you can't go wrong. That is our browning sauce. That's going to brown up our beans real good. Give that a stir. And that's it, you guys. We're going to continue to mix this. Please make sure you leave me some comments down below. Let me know some ideas if you feel like sharing some tips and tricks that would also be great in these times, or some ideas you may have, or things that you possibly may be interested in seeing me cook. Leave those comments down below. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. hope you would consider subscribing. And I can promise you I'll continue bringing tips and tricks and ideas for my newer videos that I release. This is our chicken. It is done. Drumsticks, as you can see. I did add a little water to the chicken, just because I don't like dry chicken. It has to be moist, it has to be some moisture, and it is full of flavor. It's packed with flavor. These are fully loaded baked beans. This is a recipe that I learned in my family. And all right.
We are a review channel. What do we review, Darlene B?
All right, so we review restaurants, grocery products, and products.
Absolutely. And today we're here. We're so happy to be on our brother's channel, Fineaswine Cooking.
Chef Fineaswine.
Chef Fineaswine. What are we going to be doing on there, Darlene B?
We're going to be making shrimp. There might be a little bit of mango in there. There might be a little bit of jerk in there because we want some Caribbean flavor. You know what I'm saying? And, so we are going to be cooking it up.
Well, maybe more Darlene B, but we'll see.
Hey, what it do, fam? This your boy King. Just want to come with a little word of encouragement. You know what? We got to learn to continue to be kind to folks, in spite of how they look at you or perceive you. And a lot of people don't know what kindness is. In the kind of world we living in today, where everybody is all cold and people, don't want to speak to each other and, be nasty to each other, and it's crazy. It's just the way it is.
Clean, 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 clean. Ooh. Clean, 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 clean. Oh. Broken and clean. Do, 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 do. Choose comfort zone in her home. Keep watching all her videos.
Welcome back to Jill's Comfort Zone. Enjoy the video.
Well, you found us. Here at Global Empire Entertainment Media, we offer a wide assortment of entertainment services such as Global Fire Radio on Spotify, iHeart, Deezer, and more. Also, we offer an incredible interactive magazine called Global Fire Magazine. We've been going strong now for over 8 years in the music industry, and we have many, many years to come. So, enjoy.